Hey guys, I know this video says get ready with me. It's not that I'm going anywhere. Um, Today I'm going to be packing orders. As you know, we are in lockdown. And we have been selling our magic eyeliner and eyelashes for the past week. And I just thought I'm going to just talk you through how I would put my lashes on in the morning, you know, if I was going out, maybe in this case not really going out. So there's a little few like tips that I wanted to share with you that's going to make your application a lot easier. So first of all, when you choose your lash, so today I have picked the Mega Volume 1. I've already cut a little bit out because I was going to put them on. I thought I'm just going to film this, so I stopped and readjusted my camera and my setup. So once you've selected the lash that you wanted to put on, make sure you actually take it out of the tray. And I normally have my skinny little tweezers because, you know, I'm a lash artist and I'm very much used to these really fine, precise tweezers. Otherwise, we are running a promotion at the moment. So if you buy 2 sets, you will be getting one of these applicators for free, as well as a pair of scissors, and this is actually really useful, and also an extra pair of lashes as well. So I'm just going to go with my one because that's just what feels comfortable. So you take it out of your tray carefully from one end, just gently peel, okay, and you'll probably find though, like when you use it the first few times, you'll find that the lashes are stickier. I think it's probably because when the manufacturers, like when the factories like make them, put them in the tray, they have to put extra glue on the strips to actually stick them in the packaging. So yeah, I usually find the first, I'll say 2 or 3 times, they stick like better than kind of after. Maybe afterwards you just have to add, you know, extra glue. So now you've got your lash, you need to determine which side is the inner corners. So I've got my mirror in front of me. Not sure if you can, I don't think it's in the camera. So I've got a mirror, and I actually put it up on top of 2 boxes. So I'm looking straight at it. I think one of the key is that you don't look down to the mirror and then like have your eyelid kind of like tilted up. I just find that if you're trying to apply lashes like that, you're not going to get that right sort of angle, because obviously you're not going to be walking around like this all day, right? You're going to be looking straight. So the best way is, if you want your lashes to last long, you have to put it in the right sort of angle of your eyes, and it's important that you're looking straight at the camera. All right, so once you've determined which one is the left eye, which one is the right eye, sometimes, you know, I mean, sometimes they're kind of like symmetrical, so it doesn't really matter. What you need to do is you want to band the band, okay? Although in the box, well, in the packaging, it looks like it's curved, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes when you take it out, it's still pretty straight. Again, if you want your lashes to last long, when you apply onto your eyes, you would want the shape of the lash kind of matching the shape of your eye, right? It's much better this way than trying to put it on and then like maneuver it, because yeah, this way it just stays in better because it's already, you know, in a very similar shape as your eyes. So what I do is I just hold on to the ends and I kind of go like this. And I also, what I've discovered yesterday is that I also like to just bend the corners as well. So kind of go like that. Yeah, and I can do it better obviously off camera, but you know what I mean. Like, so you actually want to soften the whole entire band, including the outer corners. It's so tricky. I'm kind of looking at talking to you in the camera, but then I'm trying to look on the screen, and then I'll be putting lashes on over here. All right, so that's important. So once you kind of soften it, can you see like it's a lot kind of rounded? And what you want to do is you want to kind of place it on. Obviously, I'm not looking at the right angle, right? But what you want to do is you want to place it on and then you cut out the extras. Don't worry about, it's probably better that your lash is a little bit shorter than what you wanted. What I'm saying is, if you have that perfectly from one corner to another, that's way too long, okay? That's not going to fit very well, and the corners are going to lift and it will poke and it would be uncomfortable. So number one key is that you want your lashes to be comfortable. If it's pokey, then the chances are you haven't trimmed it down enough. Okay, so with the scissors that comes free as your gift if you buy 2 sets, these are amazing. I haven't, to be honest, you know, I'm a lash artist, I'm a trainer, and I get a lot of different tools from, you know, a lot of factories. This is actually the first time I've seen one that's this long. They're normally a little bit shorter, but this tip is super precise. So that means if I only cut, like if I just snip it, it just comes right off. I think it does matter. If you trim it like a clean trim, it's going to make your application better. So try not to get your kitchen scissors. See if you've got any like brow scissors or any kind of smallish kind of scissors like this. But I personally have found this one very, very good, honestly, compared to a lot of the other scissors we have. Anyway, I'm not going to look in this camera. I'm just going to look into that so I get the application, you know, right for you. So I've already trimmed the first one before. So that was for my right eye, I think. Yep. So this is for my left eye. So what I do is I just got to place it on and make sure you don't over trim it, okay? If you trim it too short, then tough. That goes into the bin. So I would suggest you just trim a little bit at a time. So let's say I'm trimming right there. Okay, can you see? Okay, so I'm just using the very fine tips. I just give it a snip and that's gone. A lot of people say that you trim from the outer corner of the lash. I don't think that's always the case. Like I just depends on how like much of the shape you want to retain. Because obviously, I don't have a ruler, but when they come in, I think they're quite long for most people. I would say only a handful of people could probably just use it like straight from the tray and pop it on and it's perfect. So I think, you know, most of us would need a little bit of trimming. If you like, you can trim a little bit in the inner corner, trim a little bit on the outer corner. It just depends on, you know, what sort of shape that you want to keep. So I'm just going to place it on. And I think it's still a bit long. And that's okay. Like, you don't have to get it perfect from your first go, because with the magic eyeliner, it's still sticky. So if you put your lash on and you think, oh, it's not comfortable or it's not where I wanted it to be, just peel the lash off and stick it back on. And if you find it's not sticky enough, then just apply a bit more eyeliner. Like, it's okay, you know. I definitely, but this is just a little trick as well. So if you want to keep reapplying your eyeliner, I would say stick to the same color. So if you keep putting on the clear on top of clear, it's going to be fine. I think I've tried reapplying like 4 or 5 times because the other day I was just not getting it right. I just want to make sure I get it right before I go out. So I think I reapplied it like 5 or 6 times and it's fine. And I think so is the black. But I probably wouldn't use this first and then put the black on top. Okay, if you wanted to use both, which sometimes I do, which I'll show you how I do that. You can use the black first and then you can put the clear on top. Okay, but not quite the other way around. It just yeah, I mean, you can try on your hand. You'll probably see what I mean. It just kind of get a bit crusty. It just doesn't really work. All right, so pretend this is the right shape. I don't know. I think I might need trimming down a bit, but I just wanted to place it on before trimming more because I don't want the shape to be, you know, funny. Okay, what I like to do is I like to use like a normal black eyeliner, which I don't have in front of me. But what I'd like to do is I would use just like a normal liquid eyeliner just to line the inner corner a little bit, okay? Because I don't have hardly any eyelashes at all. So I can't hide, I've got a few extensions left, but I can't hide my false lashes, you know, behind my real lashes. So I have to be perfect with my application. I have to blend in with some eye makeup, okay? The reason why I don't use this one to line it first is because it's sticky. Okay, so in any one of these you put on, the reason they stick is because there's got glue on it. And if you don't put something on top of it, it will be sticky. Okay, so let's say if I line here and I don't put any lashes on in this section will be sticky. So when I blink, it might stick to the top of my lid. So therefore, I just use like a normal eyeliner. But I don't have one here right now to show you. It's in the bathroom. So I'm just going to go ahead and just leave that because on camera you can't really see. But you know, if I wanted to make sure they look perfect, I would do that. All right, so we're 12 minutes in and I haven't even started. Okay, now I'm just going to go with, actually I'm going to start with the black one first. I think my left eye is the better eye, so I'm going to show you my left eye. I'm going to see if you can, I'm not sure, I might have to turn this over a little bit. So I've got two boxes here. Okay, it's messy there, but I've got a box here, I've got another box here, and then I've got a mirror here. Okay, remember I said I want it to be in the right sort of height. So I can look straight into it and not looking like up or down. And this is perfect. I can actually rest my elbow on top of my table. All right. Give it a shake. Okay, cool. So now I'm just going to line just a little bit because I actually found the black one. I don't know what it is. I just sometimes find having the black eyeliner in the inner corner, it just helps to stay that, it just keeps it down longer. I don't know. Okay, so you want to be very careful because it is sticky. Okay, I'm not sure you can see, right? Okay. So normally I would probably put like a normal black eyeliner just here, just so that it blends in a bit better. But I have my eyeliner tattooed, just so you know. So probably, you know, it's easy for me to see. I know some people can't use the clear eyeliner because they were like, once they put it on, they can't see where they put it on. So I kind of get that. That's why I said, you know, best to have both and just have a play and see what works for you. And in this case, I use both, okay? So I just line my eye over there. Oh my god, I'm talking super slow today. But okay, so that's what happened because it isn't dried. It's okay, I'm just going to give it a wipe. I'll clean it up afterwards with the eye makeup remover. Okay, so the trick is make sure you only just apply enough. Okay. I mean, obviously, if I wasn't like looking at you and talking to you, I would have paid more attention to this. But that's okay, okay? I will come back and clean this up. Now, I'm going to use my clear eyeliner. I mean, it's clear, but it's not entirely clear. It is, like, it's got a bit of a sheen to it. It's like it got like a pearl kind of looking, you know, color. So it's not like you can't see, but I just do one eye at a time. Okay, so now I've got it there, and you know, do it a little bit thicker, like thicker as in like thicker. Okay, and you can repeat if you wanted to. You can do it like 2 or 3 times. Just go over it 2 or 3 times. Make sure there's products there. If you find that your eyeliner is new and it's not really releasing, like it wasn't wet enough, just push it to the back of your hand and make sure you get some products out. You can definitely see. I mean, mine is got a little bit of the black on it because obviously I've drawn over on top. Now, finally, 16 minutes in, right? Okay, so this one was the one, oh yeah, so that's the one that I softened. And I still think it's a little bit too long for my eye, but hey, you know. And I want to go a bit more dramatic because for camera, so you can see what I'm actually doing. Okay. And to be honest, this is like the first time I have applied this mega volume. I suspect I probably need, like if I was going out and I did want this to last all day, I would probably put a bit more eyeliner on, but I'll check that later. I'm just here to show you like the little tips. So my tip is when you put the lash on, I tend to like put it on in the center. And then what I do is I grab onto the lash. You can see it, right? Yeah. And I actually just grab it and I actually just put like push it into my eye. I think what happened, what is quite common to a lot of people is that when they get to the inner corner, they tend to grab the lash and they tend to like pull it. They're trying to like pull it and then down. And I think that's not good. Okay, because if you pull it, you're dragging. Okay, you're actually pulling, you're dragging. And what happens is that a few hours later, your lash can kind of bounce back. And that's why the inner corners pop. Okay, so that's kind of my... Let's say I'm not happy with this, okay? Let's say I'm not happy with this. I go, nah, okay, I'm going to take this off. Okay, you're like, oh, I don't know. You know, it's a bit heavy. I just don't feel very secure. Go back and put some more. I mean, you don't have to. I'll see if I've got one that I can show you. Actually, I don't. Actually, I do. Hold on. I'm just going to grab one of my older pair. Oh, actually, I lied. Hold on. There you go. Here we are. Let's say I'm just grabbing one of my... I just want to show you to see if this works. Okay, so this is one of my lighter pair, okay? Let's say if I don't reapply, this is the volume one, I think. Okay, so they just, it goes back on fine. Okay. So I'm going to take this off again. All right. So, going back to where I was, if I was going out and I go, oh, well, I really want this to last the longest time possible, I'm going to put more on. Better stop talking. It's just easier not to talk and do this at the same time. You know, sometimes your lash artist say, can you please don't talk to me because I need to concentrate? That's why it was easier not to talk. Okay, so I've popped a bit more on, and yeah. Because my eyes are so small, I can't actually put on too much black eyeliner because it kind of goes onto my lid. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to do this to the other side. My right eye is not, my left eye is the easier one, but my right eye is not, so I'm just going to take my time, yeah? I'm not really sure how much of this you can see. So again, I'm just lining the inner corners. And I'm looking down, so I'm not, you know, getting the transfer onto my lid. I think the fuller the lash, you do have to use more eyeliner, like thicker and more if you want to hold. And I am like doing this around like my remaining extension, which is obviously like a bit trickier, but I'll take my extensions off maybe tomorrow. I just want to film this one first. Okay, so you just have to be quite careful not to put the eyeliner onto like your extension or your natural lashes. I don't think there is like a time limit. Like you don't have to put it on straight away. You can like wait. Some people actually wait for 30 seconds. So I guess it just depends on what you feel like. You know, what works best for you. You just have to experiment it, really. Again, right, don't forget to band the band and the corners. Because if the corners are stiff and they're straight, they're not going to wrap around your eyes as well. And after a few hours, they might pop. Again, place it on lightly and then like push it into your eyes and don't pull and drag, okay? I'm just having to tidy up my extensions a bit. So yeah, so they're not actually too long. Maybe I could probably still trim a little bit more on the outer corner. I mean, it does look like cashmere lips, isn't it? Okay, my eyelid, like, okay. So if you do happen, so obviously this is the one that I did first, and that's the second one. So if you do find, you know, your glue transfer onto your lid, there's a couple of ways. Obviously, you can first clean it up, which probably that's what I would do, because I don't want to have like, you know, some excess eyeliner there that people can see when I shut my eyes. If you find that you've used your clear eyeliner and then it, like every time you blink, it feels like it's like, you know, sticking to the eyelid, what you can do is you can use either powder foundation or powder, translucent powder, or like eyeshadow or something. And, you know, as long as you put a bit of powder on, it mattifies it and then it just won't stick. Okay, so that's that. It's pretty easy. I mean, I know it's almost half an hour because there's so many little like tricks and tips that I was talking to you. But yeah, hopefully you find this video helpful, and I'm gonna go on and pack my orders today. All right, see you.